Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. I am going to plead with you right now. Plead with you.
Okay.
We had our dog disappear the other morning, and
He woke me up screaming, Gil is gone! Gil is
I believe
gone!
I was just screaming. I was panicked. And anyway, Gil never leaves. Our
He
dog,
is such a good dog, Noah.
out the front door, comes back and sits on
Yeah.
the step.
The
and waits.
impossibility of that was pretty...
So, freaking out. Does he have a collar on? No. Was he chipped? Yes. Did he have vaccinations? Yes. Was there any way for anyone to contact me? No. So upgrade your tag on your dog with a thing, please, because otherwise the dog's got to go from that person. It's got to go to impound. It's got to go to a shelter. And then they call you after they chip it, and they find you, and all that stuff. So make sure all your phone numbers are upgraded.
Fortunately, the woman who found Gil immediately posted on our neighborhood website. So it was like, oh, thank God, okay. But my sister, who's the director of the Humane Society, said the first thing you do is you go to Utah Animals Lost and Found. It's a big Facebook group. She said they are crazed about it. Number 2, put up flyers immediately around the neighborhood.
Right.
There's always somebody instantly who knows what happened. And she said 9 times out of 10, it's a very nice soul who goes, oh, it's a poor lost dog or cat. I'm going to pick them up, put them in my car, and take them to my house and save them. So a lot of times she said that if you immediately get up flyers, that people are like, oh, okay. And then the next day you call animal control.
8 out of 10 times it's someone who thinks...
Who's being kind.
Trying
and
to
wants
be
save,
kind,
yeah.
but then unless your phone numbers are updated and all that stuff.
They
anyway,
have no one to call. Yeah.
It almost killed me. Anyway, let's go to the video.
It's poor honey. Sorry.
Why do we have all the sugar in our house?
Are you kidding? Somewhere along the line, we totally lucked out and we got like on the social media influencers like dessert list. Last week was M&M's. This week we are trying out the new Oreo flavors. How many Oreo flavors do you think that they've had aside from the regular chocolate cookie with vanilla frosting?
I would say 15.
90 different flavors.
What?
Filled cupcake Oreos.
In the U.S., no.
Oh, no. This is around the world.
Oh, okay.
It was meant to look like a Hostess cupcake. It had a ring of chocolate cream and then a dollop of vanilla cream. There was Swedish fish Oreos, Peep Oreos, waffles and syrup Oreos.
What's a foreign one? Was there curry?
There was hot chicken wing Oreo.
That's gross.
Wasabi Oreo. That one was big in Japan.
That's not good.
I'm not joking. A cherry cola Oreo, kettle corn Oreo, and pina colada Oreo.
I can see that one.
Yeah, okay. 90 different flavors.
So here we have the Thin Bites, which is basically, now what is the reasoning behind this again?
They're thinking it was more like a snack size, like you could eat them with one hand and pop them in your mouth when you're on the computer or driving
Like you
or something.
can't with an Oreo, like you take a bite out of an Oreo?
Well,
no.
then you would get crumbs all over your keyboard.
No, you shove it in your pie hole and it's over. All right, let's do this. For you.
Thank you,
my
Erin.
dear. Once again, what do we got? Thin Bites, white chocolate dip. You know what it tastes like? Just like Thin Bites, white fudge
Tastes like an
dip.
Oreo with a white chocolate dip.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
But I mean, it's small and portable. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next. Chocolate peanut butter cake.
Now, you've probably
This is
noticed...
supposed to be graham flavored cookies.
We have opened them, and I want to point out something about the opening system. You lift the tab, hence, never to be able to seal it again. Never.
Perhaps with a gentle stroking of one finger.
No,
Ready?
it won't. That's why everyone eats the entire thing, the entire package. Shall we? Now, what is this one?
The theory is, well, I can't let it go to waste. Once again,
All
this
right.
is peanut butter chocolate Oreo with a graham cracker
So
flavored
let me see if I can
crust.
do the rotation here. Okay, so peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter. Don't sing that. We don't have the rights to it. Then peanut butter, chocolate. I see.
Let me
Okay.
just take a bite.
Of course it's good. It's peanut butter and chocolate.
You know, the graham cracker crust part is actually pretty tasty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we put chocolate on a horseshoe. Try it. We love it.
Look, we've had some Oreos that were genuinely horrifying. You're remembering Swedish fish. I'm excited about this one. This is to commemorate the 50th landing of the Apollo landing on the moon. And they have 3 different kinds of cookies. One has a moon and 3 stars.
No, we're going to show them
What
that.
is the- oh.
Listen, here's the point. The package glows in the dark. The package, let me say that again, glows in the dark. Like this in the middle of the night with your partner in bed doing this isn't enough. It glows in the dark. Now, once
it's
again.
got a really disturbing purple inside, and there's no indication of what it's actually supposed to taste like. So,
All right, I'm going to try to show them the different ones. All right, can you see Neil Armstrong with a flag on
isn't
the moon?
it awesome? I know. And this one has, look, this is the one, is the little
Let me see
launch,
that one.
right? How cute it
Got
is.
the launch of the rocket.
And there's the moon and 3 stars.
And then the moon at 3 stars.
Mm-hmm. I think they're adorable.
White, purple.
I don't know.
Oh, it's blue. Blue moon. Blue moon, boom, boom, boom.
Doesn't look
Dip,
blue.
dip, dip, boom,
It looks
boom.
purple.
It's blue. They're all good
Wait,
because of sugar.
it tastes like something. Hang on.
Of course it tastes like something.
Cotton candy.
Is that what you think it is?
Apparently the moon is filled with cotton candy, not green cheese. We were wrong.
Okay, go ahead. Here. Dip your cookie in a half glass of milk. Go ahead, do it. Having difficulties? Ladies and gentlemen, the mystery has been solved. I will now dip. I dip twice. I dip thrice. That's like...
You might be getting involved in that too much. Just a thought. You know, some people just take a bite of cookie and drink some milk.
Backwash. So anyway,
Yeah, that would be your crumbs, creepy man.
we're gonna go with yes.
That was definitely
it's
my
sugar.
favorite for the moon one. Marshmallow. I think it's marshmallow moon.
Marshmallow
Tastes
moon.
like cotton candy moon to me.
I don't know.
But it's marshmallow moon to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the landing on the moon. There's chocolate peanut butter Oreos, which actually was really tasty.
How many
The cookie
versions?
even looked like they made an effort to make it look like a graham cracker crust and taste that way.
Why didn't they have one with the trains meeting up at Promontory
Promontory Point.
Point? They should have done that.
Yeah, Oreo. It's not like you didn't have anything better
East
to do.
Coast, West Coast, meeting together, cookie, something.
Look, if you can commemorate Swedish fish, you could have the common decency
Right.
to commemorate.
For goodness sakes,
golden
Oreo,
spike.
get on your...
I know, right? All 3 of them are very tasty, though. I think this is
Yeah.
a win-win.
All right, more milk. All right, see you. Bye.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
All right, my friends, let's talk about relationships, shall we?
Okay.
Here's a gentleman in Kansas who thought to himself, I'm going to rob a bank.
Oh, okay. He needed money. He was desperate.
And he did. He went into a bank. He handed him a slip saying that he had a gun and he wanted their money, and they put it in a bag. $2,924.
You know what they say? The average amount that you can get when you rob a bank is around $2,500, and it's instantly a felony, which is like, why would you do that? Anyway,
And then
go
if
on.
you bring a gun, I mean, it's even worse.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he gets the money, and he walks over and sits down.
I'm confused. What, you mean he just sat down instead of fleeing the area?
He didn't flee the scene. No, he sat down.
Wouldn't that be a crucial part of committing a crime?
Not if his intent was to get away from his wife.
You better explain this.
So he went and he robbed the bank because he didn't want to be with his wife anymore. And I think he's got 4 stepkids. And they're all driving him crazy. So he thought, I will just go get myself in jail.
This is a very desperate man.
This is way beyond like joining a commune somewhere or doing some
Just run home to mother, guy. Come on, dude. You don't have to do. So now he's going to be rotting in jail for how long?
He's not going to rot in jail.
What do you mean?
No, they put him under house arrest. Back in the thick of it.
Right now, he's trying to figure out how to make a noose from socks. I mean, all of this.
Because he's been like this law-abiding guy for his entire time.
But his terrible desperation.
And they suddenly realized that he was just at the end of his rope, and I guess they gave him the
lightest thing they could do.
Yeah, torture him and give him back to his wife.
That's so sad. Well, we're on the subject of unusual criminals. I really enjoyed this one. The Martin County Sheriff's Office.
Where is this?
Martin County.
Okay.
This guy broke into a Wendy's.
Yes.
And he was walking through, and you could see him on the surveillance cameras. And he fired up one of the grills and made himself a sandwich.
You know, they're never frozen.
Put together some fries. Oh, that's good.
They're never frozen.
Mm-hmm. Finished up a nice meal, and then he stole the safe and left.
Okay.
Yeah. He also did this now to a second restaurant, but apparently he didn't have time to make himself a nice sandwich, so he just got the safe. But so they have these lovely, nice, clear pictures of him released because he was making himself a sandwich.
So he might get a job after jail. As a line chef.
I just kind of love his insouciance of, well, I'm hungry, and it's right here.
Okay, I have a couple thoughts. Why a Wendy's? Why not?
Maybe it was easier to break into.
Why not step it a little bit? Like
get something with foie gras.
Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
Like a nice steak.
Christopher's. I mean, something. They're
probably harder to break into, is my first guess.
Yes, but so much better to eat at. If he's going to stop and he feels that confident to have a hamburger, why not have like the most incredible ribeye steak? Like a $50 steak.
That's true.
Just my thought.
Well, I appreciate that your higher level of stuff. Summer brings a whole level of like weirdness.
Okay, I want you to stop thinking about...
Something's good, something's bad.
Don't think about food anymore.
Why? You're going to guarantee it now.
I am. Every year, it happens in the pool system of Utah.
Oh, they'd even close this down to splash pads now.
Splash pads, public pools, private pools, all community pools, and crypto is back. Let me explain.
Because I was thinking cryptocurrency, but that would be wrong.
No.
They don't close down pools for that.
No, they don't.
Cryptosporidium. Okay.
Yeah, cryptosporidium.
A bacteria created from fecal matter.
So, okay, that was part of my story.
Keep going. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
So, the only thing I have to put in here is that the something about explosive is the issue. And so they've suddenly realized, and I never knew this, it can live in a pool for up to 2 weeks. Chlorine doesn't kill it. Hydrogen peroxide kills it, and you can't put that in a pool.
This is one of the reasons that the lifeguards lose their minds when they're like, do not change the diaper by the pool. And
don't put a baby with the diaper in the pool. But it gets worse.
Tell them what the poll said about people who had diarrhea.
24% of Americans say they have jumped in a swimming pool an hour after having an episode. Hydrogen peroxide. Now think about this. Every surface in your home, hydrogen peroxide. Up to 2 weeks. And all I can think of is those kids spitting water at each other.
I gotta remind Zoe about that next time now.
Let's not do that.
While we're on the subject of appetite or hunger or lack thereof, This is a big deal. We've talked about food insecurity for kids and how it skyrockets during summer because they may not have access to regular school lunches and breakfasts. This is the one thing, maybe sometimes the only hot meal they get a day, a full meal. And the thing that's so scary about summer here in Utah is food insecurity is so much more serious. Now, there's a lot of really wonderful places, nonprofits. There's a lot of school systems that try to work through this, and they go through areas where kids will play. And we've talked about this before, how they'll get, the meals set up, and a lot of times maybe the family can also, take part of it, and how cool it is that some people have jumped in with like art programs and reading programs. But here's the problem. There's 7 different counties in Utah that have absolutely nothing, any programs at all, because
Really?
they are so spread out that it's next to impossible for them to put this together. Even for like the plucky churches that try to do it, for instance, the Cedar City Community Presbyterian Church is the one that runs all of the food programs in Iron County. It's the only one. And they said they will do a free lunch for any kid who shows up. But the trouble is they serve about an average of 300 meals a day. That's all they can afford. That's all they can raise money for.
Right.
And they have nutrition majors from nearby colleges that will come and volunteer. And they're like, the worst thing in the world we have to do is when we tell a family who showed up, we don't have any more food.
In Salt Lake City, there's a large number of programs, but how do you access them? I mean, what is is there an umbrella place to go?
The easiest one is probably Utahns Against Hunger.
Okay.
If you go to Utahns Against Hunger, they'll tell you what's available in your particular area. The other easy thing to do is dial 211, which is the community helpline, 211. And if you go there, it'll give you a better idea of what's happening. And also
what schools are doing it throughout the summer, right?
And if you want to go to the Utah Food Bank, same thing. They also operate a lot of programs. And so it might be a cool place to get involved if your family wants to help serve, or they want to donate money, or maybe you want to do one of the reading or art programs. It's a really cool thing to get involved with.
All right.
But I keep thinking about these kids like the San Juan County, Garfield, Iron. These are all the ones that are down south. They got nothing because it's so hard to put together a program with kids that spread out.
And here in Salt Lake, a lot of the schools are doing it. I mean, so the school system is kind of covering that to a certain point. Okay. All right.
So there's good news and bad news, but it was interesting to me.
Missionaries?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Now, we've heard about this. These are the 2 missionaries that were arrested in Russia, and then they were deported. And I got to look at them because they were telling their story a little bit. And one of these elders, God bless this kid.
How old is he?
He looks like he's 12.
He's 12.
So he's a smaller guy, but this kid is plucky like you can't believe. Now, they're not allowed to, you can't go and proselyte in Russia. You can't talk about the church. You can't talk about religion. So what they do.
What do you do?
Well, they tend to have group meetings where like they might do community-based things like, would you want to work on conversational English?
Okay.
And they'll get to know them, and while they're not allowed to preach, people then can maybe ask something about the church or some interests. But it was pretty scary because the last time they'd had a conversational English group, a group of police came in with some press, and they were apparently there to make a very high-profile arrest of these 2 little missionary guys with their black tags on.
Right. Easy to identify.
Now, here's where, as a parent, I would be hyperventilating, because when you go to places like Russia and Eastern Europe, they go, well, here are all the numbers of the church attorneys. And once you get arrested, it's like, okay, right there, I'm like, you what? You call them right away. So now, fortunately, they were at least allowed to call the attorneys. And the first thing they tried out was they were going to do something simple. They said, basically, we're just going to get you for like trespassing and sort of like violating behavior, and we're going to deport you. Well, these guys were plucky, and they're like, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want, we're not going to, because this isn't true, and we don't agree with it. And Eric and Elizabeth Otteson, who were the mission president, and his wife, were delivering food every day, going, maybe we should leave. Well, at this point, because they pleaded not guilty, they upped the ante against them, and all of a sudden they had these videos, a shaky video footage of people handing out LDS pamphlets. And this plucky little dude, the little elder, goes, those pamphlets are from 1990. He said, they haven't even been in circulation. And they just started getting pissed at them.
Just a heads up here, guys. It's Russia.
Yeah. It's not a good time to argue.
You're in a court in Russia.
And instead of the LDS attorneys that time, they had a court-appointed attorney, which is where I'm going, ding, 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 ding.
In Russia.
Now, what finally happened, though, and this is pretty awesome, is the fine was $300, immediate deportation. They didn't argue anymore. And all of a sudden, someone showed up from the U.S. Embassy, and the word Huntsman was bandied around quite a bit. And that helped considerably in the ability to release them. Now, here's the part where I love the best. This plucky missionary, you guys, he looks like he's 12, and he's little and just plucky, like a bantam rooster.
You use the word plucky a lot.
I love him so much because they said, okay, well, we'll just have you go to the U.S. to finish out your mission. He goes, no, I'll stay here in Eastern Europe. So they sent him to Latvia, Lithuania to finish.
What did he do wrong?
And he's perfectly happy, like, okay. And he probably still has the LDS, lawyers on
gosh.
speed dial. But I love this boy. I just love him. I'm sorry.
All right. It's Russia, folks. Don't expect justice and never mind.
One of our favorite people in the neighborhood has these beautiful series of unnaturally tall and beautiful blonde boys. And their oldest, Ben, has just been called to a missionary service in like deepest, darkest Africa. And I'm like, that kid's going to stand out.
He's going to burst into flames when he gets there because it's hot. And he's just this pale blonde thing. Anyway, you guys have a great time. Thanks for watching.
You can officially light off all your fireworks today. It's July 2nd if you're watching this currently. If you're not, why would you care?
You could have started at 11 a.m., I believe, and you can go to 11 p.m.
And then tomorrow you may go till midnight, and for the 4th of July and 24th as well.
All right.
Go light something off, but then run away from it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Fingers. 10. Keep them.